just like to start off with saying thank you for taking the time to interview me today, and I hope this goes well. So, my name is Corday Clark, and I am a freshman at Gold Lake High School, and I am here to show you my e-portfolio. So, I like to start off with my computer science page, which shows my favorite project and a paragraph on my favorite project. And my favorite project was my video game development because I was able to make it with my friends and the game was actually really fun. But if you want a more in-depth tutorial on how I made the game, I would suggest clicking on the video. I also made a button for ease of access to go into my introduction to computer science page, which shows everything I've done in the introduction to computer science class. And I started off with making a few buttons, which would, of course, help with ease of access through my ePortfolio, where you would click video editing, and it would take you to my video editing section showing how I edit my videos and my file management. Again, if you want more in-depth videos on how I did all of this, I would suggest going through and watching the YouTube videos that I have linked into my ePortfolio. But as you can see, my video editing, my photo editing, my Python programming, which would take me right here, and my video game development buttons all work. And as you saw, my as you could see, my code sandbox would bring you to the code sandbox page. My Python program link will bring you to the Python programming page. And of course, I do have videos, and I do have a rotating pictures, which will show you different things on what I made and how I made it, so that if you can't find a video or if my ePortfolio isn't helping enough, you could go through and look at those pictures to hopefully learn how to code, especially for stuff like this. And then, of course, my back to top will bring me back to top. And then for more of my, like, you want to learn how to code, I loaded up my code sandbox here. And if I take you through, as you can see, this is my concatenating strings. And this is the code that I used so that people would learn how to do concatenating strings, and here's the code to it. I showed, of course, you have to add the programmer, the date, and the program that you're trying to make so that the code knows. Then I looked up the meaning on Google because that does work in case you don't know or you don't have the money to buy one of the coding books. And what it did was it told what this program was meant to be running. And of course, I did a little bit of code so that it would type this. It would type my first name and my last name, my age, and my month born. And of course, if I were to go through and hit play, it would show my name, my last name, my age, and my month born. And of course, this would work for my declaring variables, input functions, or print functions. And I'll just show you. Here's the declaring variables page, where if I go through and I click this, it'll show you. This is my declaring variables, which of course will show my name, but this time you'll have to type it. So my name, my first name, last name, age, height, and is a student or is a teacher. And of course, the calling variables, which would allow you to type what your name, height, or is a student is. And other than that, I would also like to show you that if you go down to my video editing and you hit your CapCut, it'll bring you to the CapCut page. DaVinci will of course bring you to DaVinci, and those are the two sites that I did use to edit all of my videos. Of course, I have the two videos down here. my back to top page, my video game programming or video game development, which is the last thing for my intro to computer science page, which shows, of course, a rotating pictures of all the stuff I've done for the video game, the hyperlink to both Roblox and Roblox Studios, which, of course, if you don't have an account, will bring you to the create account or lock-in page. Then, of course, I don't have anything for hobbies yet, but I will. And then I have a contact me page where you could send me an email, and I will send an email back so that we can figure out what the problem was and how to fix it. And then I would also like to show you guys my file management, where if you go in, you'll see I have 3 files, where if I open them up, you'll see a whole bunch of different files, which will bring you to different things. My ePortfolio will take you back, where you can see my picture editing, Python programming, or short film. If you go into Python programming, it'll show you the images that I took, my intro and outro for the video, and my actual video for the Python editing, or Python programming. And then, of course, I'll also show you my video game making, which I made 4 files, all I contributed, which documents all that I've done for the game, the logos that were used in the game, the photos I took of the game, and the video that I took of the game so that I would have a vlog to post so that people could see how I made the game. And then, other than that, I would also like to show you how I made stuff in GIMP, where if you go into my photo editing and my final poster, you'll see the poster that I made for my video. And if I go in and right-click it, and then I say open with, it'll give me the choice of GIMP. Of course, you'll have to download GIMP, but if I open with GIMP, then it'll open up. My bad, this takes a little bit. And it'll show my poster and all the stuff that I put on it. So I put down produced by Corday Clark, which is me, the QR code, which would take you to my video, and 2 characters and the title of the poster of the video that I made. The poster was made for the video, of course. And then if I leave that, and I come back to my, of course, Google, and then I show you my Canva. And in my Canva, this is where I made all of my intros and, of course, my QR codes for all my videos. And I do really like this outro and this intro, which is why this is the main intro and outro that you'll see in all of my videos. And then if I come here and I open up my CapCut, you'll see all the videos that I've made. Of course, some of them are edits, but others are for this class. And of course, I do rename these when I put them into my files so that I know that I'm clicking on the right one. That is about all that I can show. Thank you for taking the time, again, to interview me, and I hope that I get the job. Thank you.